Antigua is such a beautiful city. Right here I'm at Tanque de la Union, and seems like just like a smaller park, but we got the palm trees and people sitting around. And I love how I think this is a great shot in the sense that, look, we see right there and we see the backdrop of the volcanoes, and we look down there, more backdrop of volcanoes, down this street, another volcano behind the trees, and then this one you can't see because of the clouds. Maybe like you can kind of see it. That's awesome. So right now I am walking and you can see in the distance a volcano with actual smoke coming out, and it's none other than Volcán de Fuego, the one I'll be hiking. Fuego is an active volcano and it erupts literally every 15 to 20 minutes. Now I'm going to take you to a lookout point, and I am so excited to show you it. All right, so right now I am walking to Cerro de la Cruz, and it is a giant cross, but it's on a hill that overlooks all of Antigua. So I have seen this walking through Antigua, and I was always like, what is that? But now I'm getting the chance to walk up there. It's about a 45-minute walk from where I'm staying. I wish I could tell you the context of this landmark, but honestly, I have no idea. All I know it has something to do with Christianity, which makes sense because of how such a Catholic country this is. And all I know is it gives me a phenomenal view. I'm not even close to the top yet, and I'm already starting to get some nice views. Wow. Okay, I am at the top, and I'm so glad I came here. Look at this view. This is incredible. I mean, the fact that I'm able to be up here and see the city from on top, I can see the different landmarks, I can see the arch, I can see that beautiful cathedral that's right near the arch, and then just see how the city is laid out. It's incredible grid pattern. I can see some ruins from up here. I can see just all of the different parts of the city, and then I can see the natural landscape, all the volcanoes that surround it. Oh my god, normally this view would be even better if there weren't any clouds, because right there you're supposed to see a volcano. Like maybe you could like kind of see the outline. I'm gonna like kind of trace it with my fingers. Can you like kind of see it? I hope you can. Imagine what it would be like without the clouds. I bet it would be truly spectacular. It's a nice viewing platform, and you're getting a breeze up here as well. I just love being able to see how old the city is, how you see it, how it's preserved, its history. Here's a map that shows you all of the landmarks in the city. See if now looking at this video, you can now pinpoint what you just saw in the map to this. I love landmarks like this, to be able to see the city. You gotta come check this out. I came on such a cloudy week. Imagine what it would be like if I saw everything around me, even at my Pacaya hike and my Acatenango hike. Very, very cloudy, but that's okay. Still beautiful landscape. I love how all around here as well, it's not just a lookout point, you have an actual park too that you can walk through, and you have so many people selling fruit, selling smoothies, different types of sweets, and even some gift stands. So every day I've been waking up and being fully out of the house, ready to go before 7:30. And I think that's great because I'm able to see the vendors before they're opening, seeing them set up their shops. I'm seeing all the chicken buses getting ready for the day. Many of them have already been active going throughout, and just overall being able to see Antigua, you know, start to get prepared for a busy and controlled, chaotic day once again. It is great how they make sure they have ample greenery in many different places. Sometimes in Central America you get the streets with all cars and everything, and you know, there aren't really many trees around. So here though, there are a lot of different places you can find them, which yeah, adds so much. Overall though, I find Antigua very clean. Like there are in the mornings a lot of street cleaners here, people making sure that you know everything is good to go for the day to begin. The only parts that I find a little dirty is the market when you get like in the inside portion. But yeah, besides that, everything's clean right now. Just really quickly, because I have to run, this is their library. Oh my god, even it feels so ancient, built within ruins. This was co-built in part by the Spanish government and European Union. It's great seeing the EU help out Guatemala. One thing that I would advise everyone to be very careful of is there are a lot of stray dogs around here. And yeah, like by a lot, I mean a lot, and they will come up to you and follow you. And if you have food, especially, Guatemala has a very bad endemic rabies issue. So avoid those dogs. The last thing you want is needing to go to a Guatemalan hospital for your rabies shots after you get bit. So yeah, avoid dogs at all costs. If you're from a country that pre-exposure rabies vaccines are cost effective, then it's something that I would really suggest. In the United States, they're not affordable. To get dosage of it, it's going to be close to $1,500. But if, let's say you're from Ireland, you can get a full course of rabies shots for about $200. And yeah, big difference. So like 230 euros. And I recommend it just for like peace of mind, just in case you get bit. But I guess in the end, like, it's not fully needed. Just avoid the dogs. Just because of the design, there are really no true outskirts. It's very much like a square, the city. If you want to talk like actual outskirts, there are towns that you take the bus 15 minutes, 20 minutes away, like San Antonio. San Antonio is very, very poor. I mean, their homes are literally built out of pieces of metal, like metal scraps that looks like you found in the street and that they put together. Like here where I am right now, like this is a home. This is a top tier home because, you know, it's made out of like actual infrastructure. But there, it's very sad to see, and that's where the poverty lies. And I notice how much underdeveloped Guatemala is, obviously compared to the US, but I'm looking at it comparatively to El Salvador, the bordering country. And I think, yeah, the differences, at least from what I've seen, remember, I wasn't everywhere in El Salvador, I haven't been everywhere in Guatemala, but I noticed stark differences. El Salvador, specifically San Salvador, is much more well developed, and I understand Antigua tries to preserve its culture, preserve the historic aspects of the city, but outside of Antigua, yeah, these little towns, there are so many problems. It's so unfortunate to see, and it makes me wonder what will happen and what has happened in the past when major earthquake strikes, because we are in an earthquake area. So yeah, I can't imagine the results will be good, because the homes seem very unstable and look like they could come crashing down rather easily. Again though, not talking about Antigua, if you actually live in the city itself, your home, the infrastructure, you know, very different infrastructure than the US, but it's still strong.